Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Waco High School Gymnasium for the season opening basketball game of the 2019-2020 season as the University Trojans visit the Waco Lions. I'm Lark Smith here to bring you the play-by-play story. The team's being introduced to the crowd here at the Waco High Gymnasium. The starters for the University Trojans, number 5, Tylen Harris. He's a sophomore. Number 11 is Kobe Hall, a senior for the Trojans. Number 3, Bobby Montgomery, a freshman, starting his very first game for the University Trojans. Number 21 is Corey Sandoff, a senior, who is also a star on the Trojan football team. And one more member from the football team that's moved over to basketball, number 43, Quavion Mitchell. He is a senior. That is the University Trojans. Their head coach is Ricardo Felix. It's his first season as the head coach of the Trojan basketball program. And now it's time to meet the starters for the Waco Lions. Earl Farley is their head coach. And they'll start off with Tomaray Jackson, who is a junior, number 21. Also starting tonight for the Waco Lions, number 12, that's Nathaniel Brooks. He's a junior. Tim Washington, a senior, also getting the start tonight for the Lions. Jamari Outley, a senior, getting the start. And also starting is Jordan Fuller, a senior. Jordan's been a starter for this Waco Lion basketball team for 3 years now. Well, that's the starting lineup for the Waco Lions, again under head coach Earl Farley. Good crowd on hand as we videotape this game for replay on Waco ISD TV. Good look at the huddle of the University Trojans. Waco Lions have already made it out onto the floor. High school basketball played in 4 8-minute quarters. We're about to get this one underway. 3-man officiating crew calling the game this afternoon. Quavion Mitchell up against Tomaray Jackson on the tip, and Waco High controls it. Tim Washington gets it off to Jordan Fuller to take charge from the top of the key. Washington goes down in the corner. Nathaniel Brooks tries to take it into the paint, can't get it to go, and Sandoff comes down with the rebound. They get it out to the top of the key to Tylen Harris. Harris will work the guard spot along with Kobe Hall. Drop it down in the far corner. Hall once again gets it off to Harris. Trying to break a 2-3 zone of the Waco Lions. Sandoff takes it all the way back out to the top. Trying to get it inside. Now Sandoff drives for the lane, but traveled on the way, and the turnover gives the ball back to Waco High. Throw in from the near side. Already played a minute, but no score yet. Wake University steals the ball, and the shot put up and in by Bobby Montgomery, and the freshman scores the first 2 points of the year for the University Trojans. Pass in the corner. Tim Washington not able to get that one to go. Hall had a little trouble with the basketball, but gets it off to Harris. Harris has it stolen away from him, and Jordan Fuller is able to lay it up and in, and the Lions tie it up at 2 apiece about a minute and a half into the contest. Waco High going to inbound the ball. Outley with the inbound pass, pitch it out to Washington. Into the corner it goes to Jackson, and Jackson loses it out of bounds. Tylen Harris, sophomore, brings it up, gets it off to Hall. Back to Harris. Tries to go to the left side. Bounce pass inside to Quavion Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam dunk. Makes it 4-2 in favor of University. Now the Trojans steal the ball, and Corey Sandoff goes to the basket and puts it in, and the senior makes it 6-2 in favor of the Trojans. Washington picked up at the top of the key by Harris. Go to the right side. Back to Washington. Bounce pass goes off the leg of one of the Trojans. Goes off of Bobby Montgomery. Drive into the lane by Fuller. His shot is up and good, and he's fouled along the way. So Jordan Fuller now has 4 points. He gets one more opportunity. I believe the foul may have been on Quavion Mitchell. It'll be his first. Substitute into the game for Waco High. I believe that was Daniel Dillard who checked in, a junior. Also noticed that Elijah Pulliam, sophomore, into the game. Good look at Jordan Fuller, the senior. He has all 5 points for the Lions right now in a 6-5 contest. Trojans working to the right side. Hall's pass is stolen away by Fuller. Fuller's going to wait for some support. Tries to get it back out to the top of the key. Sandoff almost steals it away, and now Montgomery comes up with it. A 3-on-3 break, so Montgomery will pull it back out. Fuller goes for the steal, but unsuccessful there. Pass inside to Mitchell is knocked away. University will keep the basketball underneath their own basket. 6-5 our score. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. See Ricardo Felix talking to his freshman point guard Bobby Montgomery. Veteran official Jerry Gouldsby wanting to whistle the ball in, but some University substitutions will keep him from doing that. And they're still working over at the scorers table to get subs in the game. And now we see Antoine Robinson, a sophomore, check in for the Trojans. And he will trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it off to Harris. Harris has it go off of a teammate as he tried to get it to go off a Waco line, but instead it'll be Waco High's ball. Elijah Pulliam inbounds it. Pass down low goes to Dillard. Dillard's shot's no good, and a foul on the play. Be 2 shots. First shot is good for Keemon Taylor. He hits them both. All thrown into the corner. Andre Booker loses it. Waco High with it. Fuller from the corner. Can't get it to go. University with the rebound. Montgomery running with it all the way to the hoop, but has his shot blocked. Down there to keep him from scoring was Redmond O'Neal. But O'Neal picks up the foul. It'll be Montgomery at the line shooting 2. Good look at the freshman, Bobby Montgomery. Now has 3 points. Delvin Mason, another senior, checks in for University. He also played football for head coach Rodney Smith. Montgomery hits his second free throw to give him 4 in the game. University on top 8-6. They've had the lead. Waco tied it at 6 apiece at one point. Ball lost out of bounds, but thanks to a pushing foul by Delvin Mason, his first foul. Inbounding from the near side, Elijah Pullen. Gets it off to Daniel Dillard. Dillard goes to the top of the key. Brings it back to the near side to Pullen. Back to Jordan Fuller, puts up a 3 that's no good, and it's rebounded by Montgomery for University. Antoine Robinson, the sophomore, triggering things from the top. Gets it over to Hall, back to Robinson. Looking for something on the left side. Nothing there just yet. Three-pointer on the way and good. Wandre Booker with his first tray of the year. Puts University on top 11-6. And into the backboard. Redmond O'Neal gets the layup and also gets fouled. O'Neal gets a chance to add one more. Delvin Mason checked out of the game. Good look at Redmond O'Neal. He played wide receiver for Kwame Cavill's football team. He hits the free throw and completes the three-point play. 11-9 our score. A little more than 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Robinson working on the left side. Has a timeout called. So University calls a timeout with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and the Trojans on top by a score of 11-9. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is the season opener for both these schools. Though they are in the same independent school district, they are not in the same classification in the University Interscholastic League conferences. Waco High, a 6A club. University, a 5A club. So this is the only time they will meet this year, as they are not in the same district and not forced to play each other twice due to a district schedule. They just open the season with each other this year. Of course, I believe all of that will change next year with the UIL realignment in February. Trojans trying to work the ball around, but unable to find a handle on it. Waco High comes up with it all the way to the backboard, and up and in with the basket is Redmond O'Neal. He now has 5. And that ties the game up for the second time at 11 apiece. Ball goes off the foot, picked up by Pullen. On the fast break, gets it off to Fuller, and Jordan Fuller is able to get it to go down. He's now got 7 points in the quarter and has given Waco High the lead for the first time at 13-11. Plus, he'll go to the line as he picked up the foul. Kobe Hall checks back in for University, taking over for Wandre Booker. Jordan Fuller with his second opportunity at the free throw line makes it count. Gives him 8 points here in the first quarter. 2:20 left to go and counting. Waco High on top by 3, 14-11. Hall looking for the open man, goes to the far side. Three-pointer on the way, but well off the mark. Fast break for the Waco Lions. Shot put up by Dillard, not good. But it's put right back up and in by Keemon Taylor, who now has 4. It stretches the lead to 16-11 for the Lions. Along the baseline, shot put up but blocked. Keemon Taylor got a hand on it as Bobby Montgomery tried to go to the backboard. Apparently Taylor picked up the foul on the way. It will send Montgomery to the line to shoot a pair. 2 for 2 at the free throw line so far. Misses that one. Misses that one off the back of the iron. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Jordan Fuller pitches it in to O'Neal. O'Neal saves it. Fuller puts up the three-pointer that's off the back of the iron. And now University runs with the rebound. It's Montgomery who will lay it up. Or excuse me, that's not Montgomery. That's Harris who laid it up. I believe there was a foul call before they went down the floor. Sure enough, there was, and University will inbound the ball. Checking in for Waco High, number 11, Anthony Abram. University needs somebody to throw the ball into. Hall comes out to take the throw in to the near side to Robinson. Tries to pass inside, knocked away by Waco High. The Lions on the run. Three-pointer is off the mark by Dillard. It also goes off of University, and Waco High will throw in underneath their own basket. Anthony Abram to get it in. Dillard with the three-pointer, but it's off the rim, no good, and University rebounds. Trying to go coast to coast with it, and able to put it up and in is Bobby Montgomery. Montgomery now has 6 points to lead the Trojans here in the first quarter, but they're down by 3, 16-13. O'Neal drives to the basket, puts up a shot, and gets fouled. Redmond O'Neal did not get the start, but has come in to score 7 points so far. He gets a chance at number 8 here. His team on top by 5 with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Checking in for the Lions, Jaquan Wells. Another two-sport athlete. Good look at O'Neal, the junior. It's his free throw. He's got 8 points here in the first quarter of play. Ball out of bounds as Quavion Mitchell loses it. But University will get to make the throw in. Waco High contesting the inbounds pass, but able to get it into Hall. Hall picked up defensively by Jaquan Wells. Hall dribbles to the left side, has an open lane, puts up a floater that is tapped in. I believe it was Bobby Montgomery who tapped it in. Montgomery now has 8 points. And a foul called on the loose ball against Waco High. Back in for Waco High is Tim Washington, taking over for Anthony Abram. University with the throw in. Kobe Hall to trigger the inbounds pass. Goes on the back door, tries to get it to Quavion Mitchell. Mitchell in the paint will put it up. It won't go. He gets his own rebound and puts that one up, and it won't go. Put up another shot, no good. A good job of following your shot there by University's Jalen Jones. And Jones has his first 2 points, the junior who just entered the game. Driving to the hoop and putting up a shot is Washington, and Tim Washington has his first 2 as we get down to the final seconds of the first quarter. Quavion Mitchell goes and lays one in for University. And Mitchell was fouled on the way. So he'll get one more. 4 points now for Quavion Mitchell. As Stephen Watson checks in for Waco High. Good look at Mitchell. Off the back of the iron, Waco High rebounds. Nice job of going to the glass by Elijah Pullen to get his first 2 points. 23-19 Waco. University on the fast break. Montgomery misses it. Now Waco High on the run. Try to pitch it outside. Almost saved by Bombi Montgomery, but it goes off of Montgomery out of bounds. Or pardon me, that's Tylen Harris who lost the ball. Waco High will get the throw in. Quick substitution for University as Antoine Robinson returns. Just 0.8 seconds left on the scoreboard clock here to end the first quarter. Quickly inbound it. Shot put up and no good by Stephen Watson. So at the end of the first quarter, our score is Waco High 23 and University 19. Redmond O'Neill came off the bench for Earl Farley and scored 8 points in that first quarter. Starter Jordan Fuller also had 8 points for the Lions. University led here in the first quarter by their freshman Bobby Montgomery, who also had 8 points in the period. University started off with the lead for most of the first quarter, but Waco High was able to tie the Trojans at 6 and 11. And after they tied them at 11 is when Waco High finally grabbed the lead and lead by 4 points as we start the second quarter of action. Waiting for Ricardo Felix to issue his final instructions to his team as they come back out on the court for the second period with Bobby Montgomery and Kobe Hall, Corey Sandoff, Quavion Mitchell, and Tylen Harris, the starting five on the floor to start the second quarter. Jordan Fuller, Tom Ray Jackson. As we get underway, see who else is out there. Looks like Elijah Pullen out there. Excuse me, that's Redmond and O'Neill. Along with Jamari Outley. University trying to work it in against the 2-3 zone. Puts up a long three by Montgomery off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Outley for Waco High. Passes over to Brooks. Nathaniel Brooks goes in, lays it up and in. And Nathaniel Brooks has his first 2 points of the game. Makes it a 6-point lead for the Lions. Pass stolen by Jordan Fuller. He stops for the three-pointer. It's off the iron, no good, and can't get his own rebound. Tries to steal the ball away from Hall, but Hall's able to save it. Gets it to Mitchell. Back to Hall, who drives the lane, puts up a shot, and is fouled. Actually, they're going to say it's a foul on Kobe Hall, trying to get the rebound. So Waco High will have the throw-in. Jordan Fuller to trigger the throw-in. Gets it to Tim Washington. Now University going to go into a full-court press. The man-to-man defense. Waco High, though, gets it all the way down to the baseline. And shot put up and in by Outley. That's Jamari Outley, a senior. He's got his first 2 points of the game, and Waco High up by 8 at 27-19. Montgomery tries to drive in, has to pass it back out. Shot is up and good by Tylen Harris as he gets his first 2 points of the night. Waco High able to break the press. Brooks puts up a three that's off the mark. Corey Sandoff has the rebound for University. It's a 3-on-3 break. Sandoff takes it all the way to the backboard, but he gets knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. So University will get the throw in underneath their own basket. Antoine Robinson, the sophomore, to check in for the Trojans. Waiting for the officials to get everybody lined up properly. Throw in stolen for the moment by Jordan Fuller, but unable to handle it as they try to get it to Sandoff. The University throw in right in front of the Waco bench. Kobe Hall looking for something inside. Waco still running that 2-3 zone. Into the left corner. Have to pitch it off to Quavion Mitchell, and this running floater falls in. Quavion Mitchell now has 6 points. Makes it a 4-point game. Waco 27, University 23. Tim Washington passes it down to the baseline. Turnaround jumper is good for Waco High's Tom Ray Jackson, his first 2 points. Alley, Brooks, and Jackson with the 2-point buckets here in the second quarter. Looking to penetrate, ball stolen away by Fuller. Jordan Fuller will go in for the layup and get his first 2 points of the second quarter and give him 10 to lead all scorers in the game. Trojans trying to work something along the baseline. Gets it over to Hall. Hall in the corner. To Montgomery, back out to Hall. Hall takes it back to the top of the key. Harris into the left corner to Sandoff. Back out to Harris. Back to Sandoff. Mitchell looking for something at the free throw line, but nothing there. Hall from the left side, gets it in the corner to Sandoff, who drives the baseline, puts up a shot that's no good, and it's rebounded by Jackson for Waco High. Washington has it across the timeline to Fuller. Into the corner it goes to Outley. Outley along the baseline, no good. Now an open jumper is off the mark for Jackson, and University gets the rebound. Quavion Mitchell into the paint. Traveled with the basketball before he got there. Turns it over to Waco High. Checking in for the Lions is Redmond O'Neal. Junior had 8 points in the first quarter in a reserve role. Bad pass, but Jordan Fuller's going to chase it down. Get it across the timeline in plenty of time. Pass down low, shot put up and in. Nathaniel Brooks has 4 points now here in the second quarter and for the game. A 10-point lead now for Waco High halfway through the second quarter. Driving toward the goal as Robinson passes it off to Mitchell. Mitchell puts up a shot. Foul trying to draw by O'Neal, but he didn't draw the foul. Quavion Mitchell has 6 points in the second quarter. Jordan Fuller with a three-pointer that's good. Fuller has owned the mark tonight. He's got 5 here in the second quarter and 13 for the game. Ball stolen away by Jordan Fuller. And Fuller will go to the backboard and unable to get it to go in, but a putback by Nathaniel Brooks gives him 6 points now in the second quarter, and a timeout going to be called by Ricardo Felix, the head coach of the University Trojans. As the Trojans have been outscored in this quarter, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15-8. Again, the Trojans started off with as much as a 6-point lead in the first quarter, but Waco High able to erase that about halfway through the period and have pretty much led since that part and have extended their lead here in the second quarter. Jordan Fuller leading all scorers right now with 13 points in the game. 38-25 our score with 3:05 left to go in our first half. A very good turnout for this basketball meeting between the two Waco ISD schools today. Kobe Hall brings it across. Cross-court pass to Robinson. Back to Hall. Hall looks to penetrate, gets it off to Brooks, who drives the baseline but has the ball knocked away Washington going the other way, coast to coast, tries to put it up, and ball's going to go off of Robinson as he blocked it out of the hands of Washington. Outley will trigger the inbounds pass. Throws it out to the very top, out to Washington. Back in the corner it goes to Brooks. Brooks drives and puts up a shot, but no good. And apparently he traveled before he got there, and the ball is going to go over to University. Harris now directing traffic for the Trojans. Gets it off to Hall, back to Harris. Harris tries to drive inside and has the ball stolen away. Jordan Fuller thought about a three-pointer, then stopped. Going to have a foul called on the floor. It'll be a blocking foul on the Trojans, and going to send Waco High to the free throw line. Corey Sandoff checks back into the game along with Quavian Mitchell. Nathaniel Brooks will be at the line. He's got 6 points all here in the second quarter. His first opportunity at the charity stripe. Hits the first one. Matter of fact, Waco High is perfect from the free throw line here in the first half. 7-7. The string continues. Brooks now has 8 points. Lead is up to 15 now for Waco High at 40-25. Loose ball. And a foul, I believe, called on Jordan Fuller. Trying to make sure that he could get the basketball. It's going to send Bobby Montgomery to the free throw line. We're going to get a wholesale changes for Waco High. Elijah Pullen back into the game along with Jaquan Wells. Good look at the Waco High cheerleaders here on hand for the contest. And the freshman Bobby Montgomery at the line looking for his first 2 points here in the second quarter. He scored 8 in the first quarter. Hits this one. Now 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. We'll get one more opportunity. And he's good with that one as well. Jaquan Wells drives in, puts up the shot, but turned it over before he got there. And they weren't quite ready for the inbound pass yet. Now they're able to inbound it. Kobe Hall checks the bench to see what play they want here. Hall drives to the right side, just outside the arc, puts up the shot that's no good. It's rebounded by Keemon Taylor for Waco High. Juan Wells gets it into the corner to Pullen, and Pullen's shot's no good. Waco High gets the rebound. They'll reset things. Up by 13. Not in any hurry here. Just looking for an open shot. Dribble down the lane to the baseline. Apparently losing the ball on the baseline was Elijah Pullen. Take that back. He was fouled along the process, and Pullen will go to the line. I believe the foul was on Kobe Hall. I've got that as his second. Good look at Elijah Pullen, a sophomore. And this is his first free throw attempt of the night. Delvin Mason checks in for University. Pullen misses that free throw as well. Robinson goes to the left side. Nothing there. Once again tries to put up a shot. And a foul called. Charging going to be called on Robinson. Waco High able to defend their goal. Under a minute left here in the first half. Waco High on top 40-27. Pullen has the ball knocked away by Mitchell for the moment. Mitchell still trying to steal the ball, can't do it. They throw way outside to Dillard, and he'll miss that shot. The University has the rebound for the moment, but it looks like a pushing foul is going to be called. And it looks like they called it on Quavion Mitchell. We'll get it 1-1 at the other end for Waco High. I'm sorry, it's Mitchell who got fouled. Here we go. Mitchell's the guy that's going to be shooting the free throws. He's 0 for 1 at the free throw line right now. Has 10 points in the game and misses that one. Now we have a foul under the basket. This one on Delvin Mason, his second. He'll go to the other end and shoot free throws at the other end of the court. Waco High up now 41-27 as Tylen Harris checks back in for University. .30 seconds left, second quarter. University trying to get something going here against the 2-3 zone for Waco High. Now Harris stands out, getting instructions from his coach, as apparently they're just going to go for the last shot here. Well, Harris issues instructions to his teammates as now they readjust the offense. Get the ball in the hands of Bobby Montgomery with 3 seconds. Montgomery has the ball knocked out of his hands. Good play there by Jaquan Wells. Now Coach Felix wants to talk to his point guard as Bobby Montgomery's going to go to the line. Montgomery looking to add to his 10 points. Gets the first one. 5 of 7 from the free throw line for Montgomery. But misses that second shot. Waco High gets the rebound, puts up a long shot that's no good. And we've reached halftime with our score. Waco High 42 and University 28. Waco High able to forge a 5-point lead after the first quarter. Added 9 points more to that in the second quarter and lead by 14 at halftime by a score of 42-28. Stay tuned. Our second half of action coming up in a moment here on Waco ISD TV. Welcome back to the Waco High Gymnasium. Second half of tonight's non-conference battle between the University Trojans and the Waco Lions. Lions lead 42-28 at the half. They've been led by Jordan Fuller's 13 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Redmond O'Neill came off the bench for 8 points. Nathaniel Brooks also with 8 points. Elon Taylor had 4 and 2 points apiece for Outley, Pullen, Washington, and Jackson. University led by Bobby Montgomery, their sensational freshman in the first half with 11 points. Quavion Mitchell had 10. 3 for Wandre Booker and 2 apiece for Corey Sandoff and Jalen Jones. And now we're ready for the second half of action. Waco High with the basketball. Jordan Fuller gets it off to Washington, back to Fuller. Gets it back to the top of the key to Outley. Drive into the paint, shot put up and no good. Traveling called, and ball goes over on the turnover to University. Harrison Hall bring the ball across. Long three-pointer put up and off the mark by Montgomery. University, though, gets the rebound. Another three-pointer well on the way, but misses the mark. Montgomery chases down the rebound. The pass, though, is stolen away by Brooks. Out to Jordan Fuller. Fuller puts up a three that's no good, and the rebound's going to go off of University, and Waco High will control the basketball. Inbounds pass from Outley. Looking for the open man. Goes all the way out top to Fuller. Picked up by Hall. Now they'll reset the offense with Tim Washington getting a pass off to Outley. Fuller tries to drive, now pitches it outside, gets it off to Jackson. Jackson's shot is no good, rebounded by Mitchell. University going the other way. Into the corner to Hall. He's cut off at the baseline. Back it goes to Harris. And now University will reset the offense. Down low it goes to Quavion Mitchell, but he misses the point-blank shot. It's rebounded by Washington for University. For Waco High. First points of the second half, still not scored, as they missed that easy layup. Now Waco High steals the basketball, going the other way with it, Nathaniel Brooks. He's cut off. Cross-court pass, though, stolen by Corey Sandoff. Sandoff trying to go the distance and able to get it up and in. So Corey Sandoff gets the first points of the second half for the University Trojans to make it a 12-point contest. And timeout called as the coaches want to talk about this one, as they played almost 2 minutes and only seen 2 points scored so far. Again, this is the very first meeting of the year for these two teams, and the only meeting scheduled for the two teams, unless, of course, they might meet each other in the MT Rice tournament. They're both going to play in the MT Rice tournament coming up December the 26th through the 28th. The next action for Waco High will be at Waxahachie, while the University Trojans' next action will be at home against Temple. Back to play here in the third quarter. University putting on a little pressure as the ball gets across. Now, pushing foul going to be called on Quavion Mitchell. I have that as his third foul. Outley to inbound the pass. Gets it back to Outley. Out it goes to Fuller. Fuller drives into the paint, and his shot is no good. Sandoff had the rebound knocked away from him. Into the corner to Fuller. Fuller puts up a wild shot that Sandoff is able to come down with. Gets it off to Hall. And Hall will pull it back. Hall back outside to Harris. Harris over the corner to Sandoff. Sandoff puts up a three-pointer that's good. Corey Sandoff has all 5 points here in the third quarter, and they belong to University as they closed a 14-point deficit down to 9. Foul called on University's Bobby Fuller, trying to steal the ball. Bobby Montgomery. I have that as Montgomery's first foul. Tim Washington will set up the Waco High offense. Pitch it outside to O'Neal. O'Neal looking for somewhere to get the basketball to. A drive to the baseline. A pitch outside. Now way outside it goes to Washington. He puts up a three that's off the back of the iron. No good. Taylor had the rebound, but apparently went over the back of somebody to get it. Ball's going to go over to University. Checking in for the Trojans is Antoine Robinson, the sophomore. It'll be Robinson and Harris taking care of the top of the key. Harris puts up a three that's off the front of the iron and rebounded by Waco High. Foul underneath. And Waco High will get some free throws. Taylor at the line. He had 4 in the first half. Can't get that one to go. Elijah Pullen checks in for the Lions. Delvin Mason comes in for University. Still off the mark as Sandoff clears the backboard. Gets the rebound for University. Robinson throws up a three that's no good. Sandoff has the rebound. His putback is good. Corey Sandoff now with 7 points in the period and 9 for the game. Starting to show up for the University Trojans. Pass down the lane is knocked out of bounds by Tylen Harris. Now we get Fuller back into the game for Waco High, along with Nathaniel Brooks and Amaray Jackson. Pullen's inbound pass is picked up by Fuller. Fuller goes to the lane. His shot is partially blocked. Rebound and put back up and in. And an outstanding job fighting underneath by Nathaniel Brooks, not only to get the basketball, but to get the points, and also another shot from the free throw line. First 2 points of the third quarter for Waco High, and it comes with almost half of the third quarter gone as Quavion Mitchell checks back in for University. Kobe Hall also back into the game for the Trojans. Nathaniel Brooks waiting to get one more shot. Makes it count. He's got 11 in the contest now. 10-point game, 45-35, halfway through the third quarter. Tried to penetrate, but ball knocked out of bounds off of the foot of one of the Waco Lions. Robinson with the inbound pass. Bounces into Bobby Montgomery, and his scoop shot goes up and in. Gives Montgomery his first 2 points of the second half and 13 for the game. University once again giving some pressure on at the half court. Waco High able to break that. Trying to work it around down the lane. Going to have a holding call called on University's Antoine Robinson. And that is his second foul. We'll send Redmond O'Neal to the line, where he is 2 for 2 on the night, looking for his first points of the third quarter. Makes that one fall. 3 for 3 from the free throw line now for O'Neal. Good on both ends. That's 10 points now on the evening. Booker with the pass in the corner. Out to the top of the key, it goes to Mitchell, and Mitchell from the free throw line off glass is good. Quavion Mitchell now with 12 points for the Trojans. Down by 8, 47-39, 3:13 and counting left in the third quarter. Jordan Fuller driving the lane. Going to be fouled on his way. Going to pick up a couple of shots from the free throw line. I believe the foul may have been on O'Neal. That would be his third, according to my scorecard. Jordan Fuller hits the first of the two free throws. He's now 3 for 3 from the line and has 14 points in the game. Rebound picked up by Bobby Mitchell. He'll bring it across the timeline to Sandoff. Back to Mitchell. Down the corner to Hall. Hall drives the baseline, gets it off to Quavion Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to be fouled. Foul may have been called on Pullen. Have that as his first. Quavion Mitchell is 0 for 2 at the free throw line. 0 for 3. He was busy playing football and not practicing his free throws. He'll get the hang of it before the season's over. Again, it's just the first game of the season for both of these teams. From strong with that one as well. Waco High, for the moment, had the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Not sure whose ball it's going to be. They're going to give it to Waco High. Jordan Fuller picked up by Bobby Montgomery. Drive to the lane, cut off. Pitch back out to Fuller. Fuller with the three-pointer off the front of the iron. Waco High had the rebound for the moment, but had it knocked away, and we're going to have a foul called. That one's called on Wandre Booker. I have that as his first foul. Antoine Robinson returns to the game for University. Elijah Pullen at the line to shoot a pair. He's 0 for 2 so far in the game. Hits this one. Gives him 3 points. Good with that one as well. Most of Waco High's points here in the third quarter have come from the free throw line. They've got 6 of their 8 from the charity stripe. Inbound or inlet pass goes to Mitchell, but he can't make it count. Waco High has the rebound. Daniel Brooks picked up by Corey Sandoff. Gets it off to Pullen. Jordan Fuller drives to the backboard and puts it up off glass and in. And Fuller now has 16 for the game. And a timeout call. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and our score is Waco High 52 and University 39. University has scored from the field here in the third quarter. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 points. They have not scored from the free throw line, whereas Waco High has scored only 4 points from the field and 6 from the charity stripe. Waco High right now taking advantage of the fouls that are committed by University. We get a good shot of the Waco High cheerleaders. University bench and the coaching staff led by Ricardo Felix as University inbounds the ball. Bobby Montgomery will take it across. Feeds it into the far corner. Montgomery gets it right back though. Tries to drive in, puts up the shot. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Tim Washington for Waco High. They go on the fast break. Jordan Fuller with the left-hander is going to be fouled. Well, Jordan Fuller once again going to get a chance from the free throw line. Be his third opportunity from the charity stripe. Right now, 3 for 4. Good with the first one. Got 17 points. Trying to knock down 18 here. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 54-39 Waco High. Minute and a half left of the third quarter. Hall pitches over to Sandoff. Sandoff drives into the lane, puts it up and no good. Can't get his own rebound, but Mitchell gets it. Pitches it out to Hall. Hall's three-pointer no good. And a high arching rebound there by Elijah Puller. I believe that was instead Jamari Outley who had that rebound. Ball knocked away, but a foul called on the play. And the ball will be turned over to University with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Trojans trailing 54-39. The 15-point deficit may be their biggest. Montgomery puts up an uncontested three that's no good, that Washington rebounds. See if Waco High waits for the final shot of the quarter here. Fuller gets it off to Brooks. Brooks tries to pitch it down low. It's taken away. Loose ball on the floor, and looked like it went out of bounds off the University. But they say it was off of Waco High, so University will get the throw in underneath their own basket. Montgomery gets the inbounds, goes to the paint, and it's Quavion Mitchell who's able to get the points, and it's 14 now for him in the contest. 15 seconds left of the third quarter. University with a 1-2-2 zone looks like for right now. Jordan Fuller with a three-pointer from way outside, no good. Sandoff with the rebound. Long pass is taken away, but that will end our third quarter of play with Waco High on top by a score of 13, 54-41 as we head to the final 8 minutes. Quavion Mitchell now has 14 points to lead the scoring for University. Bobby Montgomery has 13. Jordan Fuller leading all scorers with 18 points in the game. Nathaniel Brooks not far behind with 11 points for Waco High. Raymond O'Neal has 10. Ricardo Felix issuing some instructions to his University troops here as they get prepared for the final 8 minutes of this contest. There's the Waco High huddle where Earl Farley is issuing his last minute instructions to his troops as they get ready to try to hold on to this 13-point lead that they have at the start of the third quarter. They wrestled the lead away from University about 4 minutes into the first quarter and have not given it back. Led at the end of the first quarter 24-19. Led at halftime 42-28. Scored 12 points in that quarter to 13 for University. So University cut into the deficit by 1 in the third quarter. But here we go with the last 8 minutes of action. Pass into Montgomery. He goes all the way to the baseline, tries to pitch it back out, but no help there, and Waco High takes the ball away. Jordan Fuller on the run, pitches it into the corner to Washington. Washington puts up a wild shot that's no good. Fuller rebounds and his shot put back up, but Sandoff comes up with it for University, and the Trojans are on the run. Hall stops inside the arc, and it rattles around and goes down. Kobe Hall's got his first 2 points of the game. to start the fourth quarter. And now Montgomery picks up a foul trying to take the ball away from Jordan Fuller. And that will send Fuller to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Where he's been fairly lethal tonight. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Waco High cheerleaders cheering on the Lions here. Fuller gets set to shoot free throws. Does not get the extra shot because he missed the first one. University gets the rebound. Robinson was fouled at the baseline. I believe that's going to be on 12 with Daniel Brooks. University with the inbounds pass. Kobe Hall gets it to Robinson. Back to Hall. Hall back out to Robinson. Robinson drives, gives it back to Hall. Hall's turnaround jumper is no good. Rebounded, put back up by Mitchell, but Mitchell is fouled on the way to the backboard. Quavion Mitchell getting a couple of free throws here. He's 0 for 4 at the line so far, and with 14 points in the game. Still can't get those free throws to fall. Got a substitution coming to the game for Waco High. As Redmond O'Neill returns to the game. Also going to get Tom Ray Jackson back in. Mitchell misses on the second free throw. 54-43. Waco High up by 11. Break the press. Jordan Fuller down to the baseline to Redmond O'Neill, and O'Neill tries to get it over to Jackson. Jackson's fouled as he tries to put it up by Mitchell. So that'll give Jackson a couple of shots from the free throw line. He's only got 2 points in the game as he misses that one. His 2-point basket came back in the second quarter. Harris checks back in for University. Jackson able to hit that free throw to give him 3 points. Making a 12-point game at 55-43 with just under 7 minutes left to play. Robinson goes to the right side. Will put up a scoop shot, no good, but Quavion Mitchell is there to clean it up and put it up and in. He's got 6 points in the second half and 16 for the game. It's a 10-point contest at 55-45. Waco breaks the press. Jordan Fuller gets it back out to Tim Washington, and Washington will back it back out. Fuller goes over to O'Neill. O'Neill patiently waits for something to open up. Fuller looks to drive the lane, pitches it back outside. Comes out to O'Neill. O'Neill drives the lane, will put up the scoop shot that's no good. Rebound fought for and finally controlled by Hall for University's triple team. Get it off to Sandoff. Sandoff into the corner. Driving the baseline is Robinson. He's going to be fouled. Antoine Robinson, the sophomore, going to the line for the first time in the game. Has not hit the scoreboard yet, but maybe a chance here to get on the scorecard. Good with his first free throw. 2 for 2. Wandre Brooks comes back into the game for University as a timeout has been called. 55-47 is our score with 5:51 left to go in the game. As Waco High is trying to go 1-0 on the season. University trying to avoid that. So far, University's been led by Quavion Mitchell, the senior, with 16 points now. Corey Sandoff with 7 in the third quarter has 9 in the game now. Bobby Montgomery, the freshman starter, has 13. Waco High is led by Jordan Fuller. He had 13 at the break. He's got 18 now as we're a minute or so into the fourth quarter. He's leading all scorers at the time. Back to action we go with Waco High inbounding. University going with a full court press. Waco High, though, breaking that easily as Tim Washington gets it across the timeline. Jordan Fuller has the pass stolen away by Corey Sandoff. Behind the back dribble, Sandoff's layup is no good. Redmond has the rebound for University. Washington gets it off to O'Neal. Dillard trying to drive, can't get in. Gets it off to Fuller. Fuller looking to drive the paint, but backs out. Back out to Dillard. Back to Fuller. Fuller drives in, puts up the shot that won't fall, and a foul's going to be called. That'll send Jordan Fuller to the free throw line again. He is 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. Hits that one. Gives him 19 points for the game. Keemon Taylor checks back in for Waco High. Fuller looking for his 20th point. Won't get it there. But O'Neal gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. And not only that, but he gets fouled. So O'Neal takes his point total to 12. And he'll be at the line trying to make a three-point play out of it. Getting an explanation from the officials here. And apparently had a technical foul called on a Trojan. So O'Neal will get the shot here. Misses that one. And now Jordan Fuller will take the technical shots. Again, Fuller, the senior, has been on this club for 3 years, a starter most all those 3 years. Able to hit that one. That gives him 20 points now in the game. Make it 21. 13-point lead for Waco High at 60-47. We still got 5:02 left to go. And after the technical, Waco High not only got the shots, but will get the basketball back. Taylor takes the inbounds pass, gets it off to Fuller. Picked up by Corey Sandoff. Fuller goes over to Washington. To Taylor. To Redmond. Redmond almost had the ball stolen away, but he gets it back to Washington. Washington trying to drive is going to be fouled. Wandre Booker picks up the foul and sends Tim Washington to the line, his first chime at the charity stripe. Just 2 points for Washington. Those came way back in the first quarter. It's his first free throw. Lead back to 15 now for Waco High with that free throw, and 4 points now for Tim Washington. Waco High with a full court press against University here. Ball is taken away, but a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Harris. Taking it back, I think the foul was on Dillard. And at the line for University will be Tylen Harris. It's 1-and-1 opportunity here. He will not get the bonus. 62-47 our score. 4.5 minutes left to play. Jordan Fuller from the corner. Can't get it, and rebounded by University. Booker brings it down. Robinson almost cut off, able to get it into the lane. His scoop shot's no good, and O'Neal has the rebound. Booker puts up the shot, and it goes over the top of the backboard and out of play. It'll be University's ball. Freshman Bobby Montgomery back in for the Trojans. Like they'll go with a 3-guard set here, with Robinson, Harris, and Montgomery in the game, but they'll pitch it out to Sandoff for a 3, and Corey hits it. Corey Sandoff, who had 7 points in the third quarter, gets his second 3 of the night, giving 12 points for the game. Past the halfway mark here in the fourth quarter. Waco High just passing the ball around, looking for a way to go down to the lane, able to get that one up and no good. But Quavion Mitchell has the rebound, now has the ball stolen away from him. Have a jump ball situation here, and the ball will remain with Waco High. Waco High lead, I believe, has been as much as 15 tonight. The University has not been able to get it back down below 10. Jordan Fuller had an open shot from 3-point, but decides to drive the lane instead. Waco High gets the rebound and maintains possession. Pretty much right now what they want to do is run clock. Up by 12 with under 3 to go. Trying to pull University out. A good drive to the hoop and a left-handed scoop shot by Dillard. His first 2 points of the game. Puts Waco High up by 14. Long pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell will drive the baseline and lose the basketball. But apparently got fouled in the process. Now Hall checks back into the game for University. Daniel Brooks about to come into the game for Waco High. Bobby Montgomery has been held fairly quiet here in the second half, just 2 points after leading the Trojans with 11 in the first half, and a lot of that from the free throw line. Able to hit this one. He's 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Seven of 10 now. Lead for Waco back to 12. So looking to break the press. Paul's able to knock it out of bounds. Waco High will inbounds in front of the University bench. Moved into Dillard. He double teamed at the line, but able to get it off. Washington will pull it back out. Sandoff going for the steal, can't get it. Jordan Fuller goes to the baseline and is going to be fouled. They're going to call Montgomery for a blocking foul. And Bobby Montgomery's going to foul out of the game. Well, that'll bring Antoine Robinson back into the game. And Jordan Fuller's at the free throw line and misses the first one. Fuller has 3 points from the charity stripe here in the fourth quarter, 3 of 5 in the quarter. Looking for his 22nd point of the night and makes it. Eight of his 22 points have come from the free throw line. Robinson tries to drive in, able to scoop it up, but misses, and Brooks clears the rebound for Waco High with less than 2 minutes to go. Bounce pass inside is stolen away by University. Harris going the other way with it, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Harris with his first basket of the night, comes in the fourth quarter with 1:45 to go. And a timeout called on the court. Waco High with a 65-54 lead with 1:45 left in the game. Bobby Montgomery fouled out of the game moments ago with 15 points in the contest. Quavion Mitchell, though, leading University with 16 points. Corey Sandoff had 2 at the half, but now has 12 in the game. But Jordan Fuller leads all scorers with his 22 points. Only 1 basket in the second half. 7 points from the free throw line in the second half for Jordan Fuller, leading the Waco Lions. Waco will inbound the ball underneath the University basket. Waco High tried to get a substitute in, but officials will not allow it. So Jordan Fuller to trigger the inbounds pass. Looks long, now goes short. Waco High looking to maybe pick up the easy foul here as they do get it across the timeline to Tim Washington. Washington gets it. They get it down in the corner. Back out top it comes to Outley. Washington looking for a place to drive into the lane and able to put it up and in. Tim Washington, his second basket of the night, gives him 6 points. Waco High lead back to 13 at 67-54 with 1:10 to go. Pass outlet is knocked away. Jordan Fuller goes down and is going to be fouled as he goes to the backboard. Antoine Robinson with the foul. And Jordan Fuller, one more chance from the free throw line. Be his 8th trip to the charity stripe. Where he's 9 of 12. Just 64 seconds left in the game. Waco High looking to come away with the season opening win. Jalen Jones checks into the game for University. The junior had 2 points back in the first quarter. Fuller continues hitting free throws. Got 23 points now to lead all scorers and one more chance. Got that one to fall as well. 6 points in the fourth quarter from Fuller have all come from the free throw line. Three-pointer is off the mark for University, saved from going out of bounds. But apparently he was on the line when he tried to save it. Devion Jones unable to save that one with 53 seconds to go. University puts up nominal pressure as Waco High brings it across the timeline. The Lions looking to just open up the defense, looking for a place to go to the backboard, but a foul's going to be called. They'll send Dillard to the line to shoot a pair. Just 38.2 seconds left. Missed the first shot. University's been led by Quavion Mitchell and Bobby Montgomery with 16 and 15 points apiece. Waco High's Jordan Fuller with 24 to lead all scorers. Down to the final minutes here on a three-pointer by Davion Johnson. His first basket of the night gives him 3. Jordan Fuller gets it off to Washington. Waco High just trying to run off the clock. University trying not to foul as we try to put a close to this one. Jordan Fuller trying to dribble off the last 6 seconds. Guarded by Johnson. And that's going to be it. Waco High is going to come away with a 70-57 victory over University to go 1-0 on the season. University 0-1 as this was the first game of the year for each team. Quavion Mitchell leads University with 16 points. Bobby Montgomery with 15, but the top scorer in the game is Waco High's Jordan Fuller with 24. For our entire Waco ISD crew, I'm Mark Smith. Thank you for joining us here on Waco ISD TV.